Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another Obi-Wan Kenobi reaction for you guys. This is episode 4, part 4 of the series we're checking out this morning. It's early as crap in the morning, so apologies if I flub my words or something. It is too damn early, but I'm up and we're here watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. Part 4, as it says on Disney Plus here, is 39 minutes long, which means it's roughly 30 minutes, because the credits, as we know, with the Star Wars and Marvel Disney Plus series, the credits go on for a long time, because a lot of people work on these shows, so it takes a long time to get through the credits. So realistically, this is roughly 30-ish minutes, which feels kind of interesting, like kind of crazy at the same time. But I guess it makes sense because literally we had a pretty significant episode, of course, episode 3 last week, where we got to see Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting Darth Vader for the first time in 10 years. Like, really face-to-face for the first time, and then actually fighting 10 years later, of course, after the events of Revenge of the Sith. It was, in my personal opinion, handled very well because Obi-Wan Kenobi was obviously not prepared for that fight, and Vader, of course, has been active during this whole time, so he was just basically kind of messing with Obi-Wan, and then doing a sort of revenge moment where he literally lifted Obi-Wan Kenobi with the Force and drug him through the fire. Kind of like, this is what happened to me, I'm going to do it to you. Not exactly the same thing, but you get my point. It's pretty insane how that all went down, and now Obi-Wan is really badly injured. So the question is, what is this episode going to be about? Number 2, what is Reva? Like, what's the whole plan with little Leia? Because now she has her. And then also now, with Vader knowing that Obi-Wan did survive, he is out there. I mean, I think the assumption was he kind of knew that Obi-Wan survived. Because, I mean, after he left him to die, he's like, I don't know where he went, but who knows what could have happened to him, because you just never know. What is Vader going to do? What's his goal? What's his plan? Is he going to be sending his entire, Inquisitor force to go after Obi-Wan Kenobi? Possibly. Reva was right. He's been out there this whole time, so I don't know, because I feel like with whatever she has plans with Leia, that's going to factor in with Obi-Wan. So let's get into that, guys. Let's check it out and see what they show us here with part 4, episode 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's too damn early in the morning. I'm just exhausted. Apologies. Let's go. Oh, okay.
Stay with me. Get the back to town right now.
That was kind of the prediction that was gonna happen with him. The parallels. Ooh.
Where's Leia?
She got caught. Oh boy.
Obi-Wan is dead.
No. Actually, not. You wanna see episode 4? I can show you.
No idea what the Empire is capable of.
Oh. I probably wouldn't say that.
It's in the Mustafar system.
That's Vader's.
Mustafar system. Of course it's in the Mustafar system.
I'll go with him.
Oh boy. And
Well, I have officer clearance. I can get you inside
Oh.
and I can get you out. You just need time, that's all.
yeah, and right now, unfortunately, you don't have the time stake.
I need to find out where they are, Leia.
How would she know?
You know, if you tell me where the path is, you can go home to
I think she knows that Reva's messing with her. I don't know. Okay, so she landed. So far so good. It's red. What does that mean? What does that mean?
I'm here with classified intelligence. Do you know what classified means?
Do you know?
I'm inside the system.
There's someone right next to her, wouldn't they? Crazy creature. I definitely wouldn't be swimming in there because who knows what's down there. Wrong way. You should look the other way. Look into your mind. She's gonna crush that droid.
What are they keeping down there?
Be careful. Exactly. Like, he's looking over at you because you're talking and.
Wait.
This isn't your station.
Oh shit. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ben.
Oh, I heard that. Yes. No. Maybe.
I know what it's like being alone.
Oh. Give us your backstory.
Tell me where they are.
She doesn't actually know. She really doesn't know anything.
All on the same side.
I'll have to tell my mother first. That's okay, right?
No, it's not okay. She's like, no. They're really gonna torture Leia right now? Come on. What? What?
It's a tomb.
My God. Wow, I bet there's like a lot of Easter eggs I'm missing right now. A youngling. Damn.
I was told it cannot wait. We need to direct all resources there immediately and take the network out at its root.
Yeah, stand where you are. Oh.
I spent 2 years undercover, trying to find out where they were hidden.
Oh, she's saying I'm a spy.
Kenobi came.
Okay.
Panicked. He's on the floor.
He's actually not. He's right there. Be careful. Go. Let's see if we're out. Oh, shit. Okay, there you go. Fight. Good job. Ooh, nice. He's getting to the swing of things a little bit. Getting back into it. Just walk all badass and shit. Yeah. Careful, behind you. Jesus. There you go, deflected. There you go. Wait, Reva was with them, I think. Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay, get Leia out. Come on. Jesus, yep. Open the door wide enough to start shooting. Oh, shit, run. Hiding under that jacket. The ship's gone. How are they gonna get out of this? How? Oh? Jesus. Okay. Surprised he's not using his lightsaber right now, but okay. Get in. Oh! Ooh! Nope, you're not behind. Oh, shit. He's so pissed. Understandable. Oh, he's fucking pissed. Oh!
What defeat would bring.
I put a tracker on the ship.
Did you actually, though?
The location of the network.
You're certain the tracker is with him?
I mean, I think she's just making this shit up.
Where's Wade?
What do you expect? People die in this. Guessing the tracker is on the robot? That's my guess. But where's the tracker? Is it on her or is it on the robot? Yeah. Episode 4, Part 4 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's a lot of things we have to talk about, so let's just dive in. So first things first, I overall enjoyed the episode. I overall did. I felt like they could have maybe spent a little bit more time with Obi-Wan maybe healing, because literally he was in the back of the tank for just a little bit, but then he got up and he's like, I gotta go, we gotta go find Leia, which I get it, the urgency, we have to go get her, but he had some serious burns, and he could have stayed in there a little bit longer, but at the same time, who knows, because the timing of it or whatever, when she was about to get tortured Leia because she wasn't saying anything because she actually doesn't know anything about the path and all this kind of stuff, and she literally doesn't know hardly any information outside of what she basically found out in episode 3. Like, she doesn't know hardly anything about this whole operation and everything and hiding Jedi. She has no clue. But if they wouldn't have showed up at the right time before she got tortured, it would have probably been too late. So timing wise, okay. But Obi-Wan, surprisingly enough, goes and actually is starting to get into the swing of things, as they would say. Because literally, last episode, it seemed to use his lightsaber for the first time in roughly 10 years against Vader. And that was bad, okay? He held his own in a sense, but he was mostly running away. He's playing more defense, not offense, in that sequence. But in this episode, he had to be forced into doing offense. He had to use the lightsaber, took out a number of stormtroopers, and used basically the water, because the glass was already shattering, and holding it, and then allowing the Force essentially to let all the water come in. And it was smart waiting for them to come through the door, because they're trying to pry the door open, and him holding back that one glass that was already shattered essentially, and it could have burst at any moment, and he waited just for the right time. Like, I know what they're doing here. But what I wasn't expecting was when they're actually going and trying to escape, that they would be surrounded by Reva and all the stormtroopers, and then the two pilots, the two pilots showing up and mowing down a good portion of the stormtroopers, and Wade not making it out. But they made it out. But unfortunately, there's that tracker. So I feel this whole thing with the Reva and Leia thing, because Vader was there, unless he was off world at the time when all this went down. Maybe that's the explanation, because I don't know how much time has passed from when Obi-Wan, Leia, and Tala escaped to when he showed up to basically almost kill Reva in the process. The only thing that saved her life was the fact that there was a tracker, and she actually wasn't lying. There is a tracker, and it was the droid. It was Leia's droid. But I think Vader was going to kill her, I think. So that kind of helps with the whole thing, to where Vader I think Vader knows about Leia, essentially, but he doesn't realize who she really is. Because I'm trying to think back on the dialogue in episode 4 of A New Hope, like that episode 4, not episode 4 here, but the dialogue with Vader and Leia when they actually are face to face and Alderaan is destroyed. I'm trying to remember. I might have to go back and rewatch those sequences to see if it's implied he knows who she is. My guess is he actually does know who she is, but not to the extent of like, you're my daughter. Like, he knows that this is Leia Organa. You know what I'm saying? So if Vader was there, then maybe it wouldn't have broke canon necessarily. I don't know. I have no idea. I loved how they played that up, though, with Leia, because the actress playing Leia is just killing it. Okay, she is freaking killing it, because Reva is trying all different ways of tactics, essentially, of trying to get the information out of her that she wants. The thing is, Leia doesn't actually know anything, so she's really playing this up. She's really just using this as a way to kind of practice her acting, essentially, because she'll at times pretend like she's like, I don't want anybody hurt, okay? And it's like she's pretending to cry and stuff, but she really just like, I got nothing to say. Like, she really just is playing it up, because Reva's sitting there thinking, okay, well, this little Leia, she knows, because since she knows Obi-Wan, she knows about this path, because she was there, she was in the tunnel, so she knows how this whole operation works. No, she doesn't. She is a girl on Alderaan, basically running out any chance she get, and not doing what her parents want her to do. How would she know about this operation that's being, coordinated, and all these different systems where it's like a path essentially to help Jedi and younglings and all these force sensitive people to escape? How would she know that? She doesn't know. She's really playing it up. But Obi-Wan using his lightsaber again and being more effective here, reflecting and also like deflecting, and actually deflecting a blaster, and it knocks the door shut and whatever, and he's reflecting all this the blasters back, essentially the blaster shots. It was really well done. I really liked it. It was kind of reminding me bits and pieces of episode 3 of Revenge of the Sith, and kind of seeing he's not in his prime yet. I think he's out of his prime at this point, but I think what this is setting up, obviously, with the fact that Obi-Wan and Vader, because Reva made the point, because is he the fifth brother? Is that who he is? He said like the base was nearly destroyed, and Reva's like, it doesn't matter. Obi-Wan is the only thing that matters, and Vader turns to her. The implication is, yeah, you're kind of right. Like, I could care less. And honestly, she dodged a bullet, because she literally, well, multiple, because she could have died there by Vader's hand, because Vader was choking her out. It's the fact that when those two ships came in, and they were blasting through and killing all of those stormtroopers, Reva could have died in the process. She didn't. She's lucky, because realistically, she could have died there, but she didn't. But it's the fact that I think it truly doesn't matter what's happening at the moment. What matters is the fact that Obi-Wan's out there. Now, here's something I would like to see, but I don't think the show's ever going to do it, because the implication they've been kind of saying is there is no Emperor in the show. I think they teased that he may be referenced or whatever. I think they may have already referenced him. I'm trying to remember. But anyways, I think it would be interesting if Vader was to go to Palpatine, or if it's like a hologram kind of off screen. We hear the voice of Palpatine, we don't see him, and Vader goes, "Look, my old master's alive." I don't know if they're going to do that though, because they've already kind of, done something like that with Rebels, where it's revealed Ahsoka's live, and he goes and talks to the Emperor about it. We don't see the Emperor, we hear the Emperor, and it's originally Sam Witwer, and then of course Ian McDiarmid came in and did a redub of that sequence as Palpatine. But Vader tells about Ahsoka, so I'm thinking, does Vader tell Palpatine about Obi-Wan being alive? Like, it's significant. It's important in my personal opinion, but maybe they just don't do it. Who knows? We've got 2 more episodes, so we don't know. This was definitely on the shorter side. That was kind of one of my main critiques about the episode, is that it definitely felt shorter. I feel like they could have done some more stuff with it, but that's just me. Another critique as well, and we'll get to the whole reveal of the, secret portion of the base, about what it really is. Tala is sitting right next to somebody in that control room, right? Talking. Oh, Obi-Wan, hey. He was obviously looking over at her like, the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you talking into? Like, what are you doing? And then that guy questioned her, and then she took him out, but no one heard it. And then he just goes back and just continues to help him navigate through. How is nobody really questioning why she's talking into a microphone and being all secretive shit? Because there's somebody sitting right in front of her as well. I just don't get that. I feel like that could have been played a little bit better. It's maybe where it could have been like a bigger room, less people. They're not sitting as close together as that guy sitting next to her and the person sitting in front of her was. It would have felt more believable with her like talking to the mic and no one overhearing, because like it just felt like they could probably hear some things she's saying. It was kind of strange. So the reveal of what is actually being like secret and kind of held off and, hidden away is it's a tomb of all of these Jedi and younglings that have died, I guess, by the hands of Vader and the Inquisitors. There was a youngling there. And I think when they showed that youngling, it goes to show, of course, what Anakin did, of course, in Revenge of the Sith. Because I almost said episode 3 again, but like I reassured, no, episode 3 of the show, I'm talking about episode 3 of the movies. But maybe it's also another indication of Reva. Because she also mentioned something about Leia, too, about, kind of her past and stuff. And I'm thinking, I think they're really doubling down that she was a youngling during Order 66, and she saw a lot of bad shit, and yeah. And now we have 2 episodes left. Still don't know the true reason why Reva is so against Obi-Wan. I'm guessing at this point they're going to reveal it in episode 5. That's my prediction. Watch them wait till the finale for us to finally realize and finally see why she hates Obi-Wan so much. Why she's so fixated on Obi-Wan. And I don't think it's just because that this was Vader's former master. I think there's something deeper than that. But yeah, so overall, like I said, I enjoyed the episode. There definitely was some good things about it. I just kind of wish it was a little bit longer. I feel like it was definitely on the shorter side. But Obi-Wan's getting back to the swing of things, and yeah, they're unfortunately being tracked. So I don't know what's going to happen now, but I think at this point, Obi-Wan can't take Leia back to Alderaan. I mean, that'd be really bad. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I'm expecting in the finale, in terms of predictions, we're going to see Vader and Obi-Wan fight once again, and it's going to be more epic. That's my guess. But anyways, that's the video, guys. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have about this episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.